Every day, life-saving organs are discarded. This isn't due to medical failure or a lack of donors, but because the biological clock runs out before the tissue can reach a patient. For nearly a century, transplant medicine has been defined by this frantic sprint. Transporting harvested tissue means fighting a constant, losing battle against cellular decay. Inside the operating room, the pressure is immediate. Surgeons race against the rapid, unstoppable degradation that begins the moment an organ is removed. The ultimate goal is to hit pause on that clock, to freeze the tissue entirely without destroying the delicate internal structures that keep it viable. Cryopreservation offers a theoretical solution. By cooling biology to extreme sub-zero temperatures, scientists hope to build banks of organs ready for on-demand use. However, the process faces a physical breaking point. Under the stress of extreme cold, the biological mass violently fractures, snapping into jagged pieces. This microscopic cracking is the single obstacle keeping organ banking in the realm of theory rather than practice. The potential for a solution emerged in 2023 when researchers successfully transplanted a cryopreserved kidney into a rat, proving the concept is biologically sound. But scaling this success up to larger human organs introduces a massive physical problem rooted in the behavior of water. As water freezes, it forms sharp, expanding ice crystals. This schematic shows how those crystals act like microscopic needles, shredding cell walls from the inside out. When it comes to preservation, traditional freezing methods are inherently destructive to the tissue they are meant to save. To avoid ice damage, scientists use a process called vitrification. They replace the organ's natural fluids with a specialized chemical solution designed to bypass the crystallization phase. When cooled at a specific rate, this mixture becomes a solid, smooth, glass-like state, suspending the organ in a transparent block. However, cooling an organ this rapidly creates intense thermal stress within that newly formed glass. It functions like a car windshield on a sub-zero morning. Because the structure is too rigid to handle the temperature differential, it simply shatters. Solving this structural fracture became the final barrier to achieving long-term organ storage. A team of mechanical engineers at Texas A&M University approached this problem by treating the shattered organs as a structural failure. They focused on a variable called the glass transition temperature, the exact point where the liquid solution hardens into its glass-like state. Their research revealed that by adjusting the chemical mixture to raise this transition temperature, they could neutralize thermal stress and stop the cracking entirely. As seen on the right, the new method keeps the tissue perfectly intact, avoiding the violent fracturing shown in the old model on the left. Mastering this thermodynamic boundary removes the threat of structural failure from the cryopreservation process. This breakthrough creates a clear path towards establishing organ vaults, where a matching heart or kidney can be thawed and ready the moment a patient arrives. The discovery also applies to global medicine, specifically the stabilization of delicate mRNA therapeutics and vaccines that currently degrade rapidly without extreme, short-term cooling. Because this method prolongs the viability of any biological material, it could eventually be applied to preserving endangered DNA or extending the shelf life of complex agricultural products. By manipulating physical chemistry, researchers have turned biological storage from a temporary countdown into a viable form of permanent preservation. Mastering the mechanics of glass fracture has solved a problem that stalled transplant biology for decades. To explore more breakthroughs in engineering and medicine, click the video on your screen and subscribe.